Hi, I'm doing a tag response for the awesome, fantastic Dave. Dave Nicholas, Axmus. It's his Saturday tag and there's 10 questions as per usual. Moving on to number 1. A recent compliment. I am going to go with, because I haven't had one for such a long time, but I'm going for the gentleman who opened up a shop door and said, ladies before gentlemen. Moving on. Are you organised or messy? I am not organised. I'm well from being organised. I try not to be messy. So really, matter of speaking, you could say I'm in between. Moving on. Your biggest history. Your biggest history. I honestly can't answer this one. I gave this a very serious thought since I've watched your video, and honestly, tell you the truth, Dave, I'm sorry, but history can mean a lot of things. Sorry. Moving on. A moment that you challenged yourself. I suppose people would say I challenge myself every day, and I must admit I do agree on big majority of people. I take risks. I challenge myself wherever I go. I challenge myself. I challenge myself in such a way that I'm trying to get the stressfulness out of my head. You all know what stress levels that I have and the problems I've had in the past that made me get stressful, anxiety and everything else. I challenge myself every day to get a step further away than what I was, sort of like what you could say yesterday or last year or the year before. Sometimes it's succeeding, but other times I do come back with a wallop and a bang and I lose it. Moving on. What worries you? What worries me more than anything? It has taken me 10 years, nearly 11 years, to get where I am now. But really, matter of speaking, I am not even, I would say 65%, because like I said, anything goes wrong, I come back to earth, and the vengeance inside me overtakes whatever little I have left. So that is really a big worry for me by not coping. The last book you read. I don't read books. A few of your favourite things. Camera, laptop, and the films that I love watching, the DVDs, those are great. It says things, not people, so oh, of course, my car, that I can get in the car and drive off whenever I want, come back whenever I want. But there's a few anyway. Moving on. How do you show love? Always being there for someone. One of my friends, any of my friends, making sure I'm there for them and helping out the best way I possibly can to show them a little bit of love and understanding. If they are feeling really down, give them a cuddle. But I know there's a few people out there do not like having a hug, having a cuddle, because they don't want to be touched. So really, matter of speaking, just sitting down, not too close but far enough away for them to know that you are actually there for them, a shoulder to cry on sort of thing. Yeah. Moving on. 3 things you are proud of. I am proud of a lot of things. I am proud of the fact that I go into me paranormal activity ghost haunts. I am proud for the fact that my son Stephen, he loves coming to do these haunts. He loves to know the history. He stands there with the camera. When he's with me, I don't use the tripod. He's holding the camera. He finds the history, when I'm talking about the history, very interesting. And really, matter of speaking, I'm proud in a way how my kids is handled life, what's been thrown at them. I'm proud of my grandchildren as well as my children. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on to number 10 and last. Describe your best friend. Well, I can't class her as a best friend, even though we go out for coffees, we pop each other emails. She even watches me on YouTube. How I would describe her is a very loving lady, very understanding lady. She sits with me when we're having coffees, talking, discussing different things. There are subjects that we agree on. There are subjects we both disagree on and could cause a slight little ripple in the water, that she agrees on one thing, I don't. But really, matter of speaking, I'm going to say here and now, outside of YouTube, I feel I can talk to her about anything, and she can talk to me about anything, knowing full well it won't leave the table or the email messages. So really, matter of speaking, yes, outside of YouTube, I would class her as my best friend. Now, because we get on so well. She wouldn't class me as her best friend, so for simple reasons is that she has friends from years and years and years ago. So I would say that those are her best friends, whereas we are only known each other just over a year, possibly 2 years, near enough. But really, matter of speaking, yes, I would class her as a best friend. Yeah. And I know that you are watching this video, and what I've just said, I mean. Yeah. Anyway, Dave, there's your type questions done. God bless.